The vast majority of aspiring pro footballers will probably have to go through trials at least once throughout their football career. So why not be one step ahead of the pack and know how to properly prepare, perform, and behave in those events? For the purpose of this video, let's split up the process into those 3 phases, starting off with the preparation phase. So the first thing you need to do is prepare yourself properly. Now preparation starts the minute you learn about your trials. The earlier you know the trial dates, the better. Ideally, if you're an aspiring pro, you need to be game fit and train year round. The last thing you want is an opportunity to show up while you're on a 3-month break from football over the summer. I don't even need to tell you how that's gonna end. Now moving on to more practical advice, let's discuss how you can structure your training to be in top shape for the trials. First off, your training will heavily depend on the time you have available until the trials. The more time you have, the more hours you can invest into fine-tuning your strengths and weaknesses. Technically, you can break down your position and sharpen up the game skills you most commonly use. On a tactical note, that position analysis will help you recognize and really understand your specific tactical roles and duties. Unfortunately, in most cases you won't know how the coach likes to structure the team, so the best thing you can do is just stick with the roles and duties of your position that are universal. Now physically, make sure that you're sustaining game fitness and improving the physical qualities of your game that need to be tuned up, be it power, strength, or speed. The closer you get to the trials, taper off your training volume and start increasing the intensity of your training. This is done in an attempt to peak your physical condition and get you in top shape for your trials. Now I understand that you might be time limited or you might not know where to move training wise, so if you would like individualized help, consider working with us. Either click the link below or message us on Instagram and we will get back to you with further details. Now the next part of preparation, which also happens to be one of the most, if not the most important ones, is your mentality. I don't want to go super deep into this because everyone has to deal with different emotions, problems, and thoughts, but the thing that I would suggest for trial players is this. Be honest with yourself to find and accept the mental issue you're dealing with, be it fear, a lack of confidence, lack of social support, anxiety, or whatever. Dig deep down and find what is triggering those emotions and try to battle those triggers with the tools that modern sports psychology has to offer, like visualization, journaling, self-talk, meditation, and other mental training practices that can help you battle the negative emotions and go into your trials mentally prepared as well. Some amazing resources for mental development and preparation include Moliteum by my friends Matt and Chris Calderoni and Athlete Mentality by my friend Gabriel. I will leave a link so you can find both of them in the description. Now nutrition-wise, if you want to become an elite player, you gotta fuel yourself like one. Stay in line with the basics of nutrition and check out our videos on carb loading and game day nutrition that are linked below and follow those exact strategies leading up to your trial week. As a rule of thumb though, treat your trial like an official game day. The weeks or months prior to the trials should be focused on developing and fine-tuning yourself. The week of the trials though, try to peak your technical and physical traits, rehearse those tactical roles and duties of yours to go into the trials tactically prepared and deal with your emotions on time, not at the last minute. So the time has come, you're all prepared and ready to attend those trials. What's next? Once again, every player has to deal with different things based on their specific circumstances. As a rule of thumb though, there are some basic things that every player can implement no matter what position they're playing and what their style of play is. First things first, view that trial as a networking event. Make a good first impression by being early and introducing yourself to the coach, the coaching staff, agents that might be around, and of course your teammates. Next up, I want to touch on your overall actions. So many players think they have to perform complex actions like dribbling past 4 players or scoring a banger from 30 meters, when in reality, all they need to do is stick to the basics, perform them exceptionally well, and keep their game simple. Because as you know, football is simple. But playing simple football is difficult. Another thing that drives me absolutely crazy is players getting too selfish on trials. I am not saying you should completely ditch your attacking flair and creative actions, but for the most part, try to be a team player and cooperate with your teammates. I know, putting yourself first might seem to be the way to go, but football is a team sport. Success on an individual level can only come through team play. No player is good enough to beat 11 players by himself. So find that balance and stick with it. Also, before you even go to the trials, be fully aware of your strengths and weaknesses and try to find ways to put your strengths in the spotlight and cover up your weaknesses. Other than that, manage your energy appropriately so you can be effective throughout the whole trials, and just play your game. Stop overthinking. Stop focusing on the past or the future and just focus on the present. If you do any mistakes, which I'm sure you will do, leave them behind and just focus on your next action. That's the only thing you can control. And of course, do not waste any time arguing with others, criticizing your teammates, and communicating things that have no value whatsoever. Instead, be vocal, communicate constantly, and be precise with the directions and information you give away. Communication and leadership skills are something every coach wants to see within players. Now, you prepared and performed well. Instead of going home happy that you went and had a great performance, keep yourself at the training ground for a bit longer and network. Have a talk with the coach or the agents, get some feedback, make sure that they have all your contact details, and thank those people for the opportunity they gave you. Always act like a professional, be kind and respectful, shake hands, and you're good to go. And remember, no matter if you succeed or not, it was just a trial. The world is full of opportunities, and it's in your hands to discover them. Take that feedback you got and turn it into something actionable to smash the next opportunity we'll get. And if you need someone to help you with that and get you in the best shape possible for an up and coming trial, then consider working with us. Good luck, guys.